ladies, it's your guy AyChristene, and today we are checking out an Odd Ones Out animation suggestion that was suggested by you guys as hashtag ScaryReact, hashtag GaryReact. The link for this video is down below in the comments, in the description box. This says my traumatizing haunted house experience. A lot of you guys have been wanting me to check out the Odd Ones Out, and this is perfect for the Halloween month. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm sure it's probably gonna be funny. But yes, the link is down below. Let's get started.
I wanted to make this video about 6 months ago, but then I thought, no, I'll save it for Halloween because of theming or whatever. I don't know. Shut up, I don't have to explain myself. I'm excited to tell you this story. Wow!
Right.
So, haunted houses. I think haunted houses, they're fine, but I don't want to brag or anything, but since the age of 16, I've never been in a haunted house that I was scared of. Granted, all the haunted houses I've been in were free and didn't have me sign a waiver, and when I was little, I was terrified of—
Wait. Do they have you sign a waiver? Is that why that thing said I might die or you might die? What? No. So if I went, or theoretically speaking, of course, if I went to Halloween Horror Nights, would I have to sign a waiver saying that if I died, I wouldn't blame anybody? Because if that's the case, why go? Right? Why die? Death is not needed. You don't need to die.
Of haunted houses. It's just, I don't know. I think I kept telling myself that none of it was real. And then when I grew up, I just always knew that none of it was real. When you can see the severed hand is made of plastic, all the tension you previously had is kinda lost. And sure, I still get startled at the jump scares, but since they don't stab you or anything, it's always awkward afterwards. Hello? I'm just gonna walk this way now.
Or
maybe
like,
I don't get scared because I don't feel
you?
emotions anymore. Who knows? But there's one haunted house experience during my senior year of high school that I will never forget because it was probably one of the most traumatizing things I've ever seen. I haven't seen that many traumatizing things. And also, I won't forget it because I'm about to immortalize the experience by making a YouTube video about it. All right, my senior year, I was part of my school's drama club. I was a theater kid. And the clubs at the school got to help do some of the activities for the school's fair. The whole school is putting on a fair, probably to raise money or something. It seems that schools are always in need of some extra cash. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah,
so the football team got to do the dunk tank, the band kids like face painted or something, I don't remember, it's not important. And the theater kids, since the fair is in October and that's Halloween's month, we got to put on a haunted house. Cool. The drama club was separated into groups, and we would each be a scary part in the haunted house. And we got to make the haunted house inside the school. So we had a lot of area to work with, and there was a lot of space in between each scary thing.
That's kind of exciting because me, I loved like theater and the drama club in high school, and having I loved this when we had our school fair. I loved it. I loved Relay for Life. Like any school activities that we had, I was just in love with. I don't know. I had a lot of school spirit. I just had a lot of it. I didn't mean to like yell at you. I just got a little pumped thinking about school spirit.
My group, what we did is we dressed up as vampires, but scary vampires, and we sat at this dinner table and we decorated it with fake organs, goblets filled with blood, red Kool-Aid, and we had this freshman girl that was laying on top of the table, and we put fake organs coming out of her, to make it look like we were eating her because vampires eat people. Okay, saying that out loud, I realize that doesn't make any sense. Why would a group of vampires be eating someone? They don't do that.
No, they
don't. Put a yellow sheet over the light above for a good spoopy atmosphere. We had a smoke machine, some ambient Halloween music playing. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Our group was pretty legit. Whenever a group of people walked by, we would just silently stare at them, and then the freshman on the table would scream at the top of her lungs. She was really good at screaming, by the way. And since we had so much space in between each of the scary parts, when they walked past us, we would get up and chase them.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, so you have to understand that theater kids are very loud, extroverted people. I need to tell you about this one kid who was in my vampire group. We'll just name him Balake. Yeah, Balake. Balake and I were both part of the school's improv.
I like that because that is a nod to Key and Peele. I don't know if he watches Key and Peele, but Key and Peele, there's a sketch where you've got a substitute teacher and he's like messing up everybody's names. If you have not seen Key and Peele, you have to check it out. And Balake, it's supposed to be Blake, and Jacqueline is Jay Quellet. Just watch. It's funny. It's funny. Just watch.
Club. So we were both pretty funny people, except Balake was just out there. He was loud. It seemed he was just always screaming. I didn't have any classes with him, but he was obviously the high self-esteem class clown kind of kid. So Balake, being the loud and more popular kid, he got to sit at the head of our table. We had done the haunted house for about 2 hours at this point, and I want you to think what it's like to go inside a haunted house. Just going in for 5 minutes, that will already make me feel uncomfortable and sweaty. All the strobe strobe lights, the smoke, and the freshman over here who had to be constantly screaming bloody murder.
That's
Again,
true.
you did a good job, freshman. And we were supposed to get a break sometime in the middle, but since the haunted house was so popular, we didn't get one break.
That's
good. I'm
good.
a little loopy after doing all this for so long, right?
Good.
I was totally not ready for what was about to happen.
Okay.
This group of people walk in, and we do our normal thing. We get up and we chase them, but Balake got pretty physical with this one little boy.
Oh, dear.
Like, he kind of shook him up a bit.
Oh,
And I didn't
goodness.
see exactly what happened, but apparently this little boy was holding a fish in a plastic baggie. You know those little tiny fish that are actually supposed to be used as food for bigger fish that you can win as prizes in fairs?
Yeah.
99% of the time, the fish die within 2 weeks because you don't have the right aquarium equipment. So you just put them in water and watch them slowly die.
It's happening.
You know those fish?
Yes.
I didn't think people were allowed to bring their new pet
Twice.
fish into the haunted house, but I guess he smuggled it in or something. I didn't see the kid drop the fish. Maybe Balake slapped it out of his hands. That could have happened.
That's
I just heard a
intense.
scream and I saw a fish flopping around in a puddle on the floor. Fish look like they're in so much pain when they're out of water.
Yes,
I don't flail
'cause
around
they're
uncontrollably when
dying.
I go swimming. Like, calm down, fish. I'm silently
He's
panicking because
dying.
the fish looks like he's going to die in 3 seconds if we don't do something. I start thinking of places we can put the fish.
Okay.
The toilet. But Balake, without saying anything, just immediately bent down, cupped the tiny fish in his hands. He ran back to the table, he put the fish in an empty goblet, and then he poured red Kool-Aid into the cup.
No.
Nah, I'm just kidding. He got a water bottle
thank
from under
God.
the table because they gave us water bottles.
Thank
and
God.
the fish was fine, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
good.
It all happened so fast. And thanks to Balake's quick thinking, he saved this little kid's fish.
That's good.
The kid was still a couple of feet down the hall. Balake took the goblet in his hands. He walked it over to the kid. He reached out his hand to give the kid his fish.
Okay.
And then he just chugged the drink!
What?
He drank the fish!
What?
And this little kid let out the most blood-curdling scream.
Oh
It
my
sounded like this kid just
gosh.
watched his pet get swallowed by a complete stranger. It was honestly the loudest scream I heard that night.
my
I bet the
goodness.
next group of people behind these guys were thinking, oh man, whatever's next must be really scary to get that kid to scream like that. The kid started trying to attack Balake, and I'm sure if
I
he had
would
the correct
too.
tools, he would have murdered
Oh.
him. Balake eventually spat out the fish.
Ugh.
He didn't swallow it, thankfully.
Ugh.
He just kept it swimming in his mouth. But I mean, that's what you gotta do when you're working in a haunted house. You have to scare people any way you can.
Ugh.
I was just a bystander, and I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking
Oh
about
my
it.
gosh.
Turns out this kid was actually Balake's little brother, so at least he didn't do this to a complete stranger.
That's something you lead with. That is not something you hold to the very end. That is something you lead with. Whew, okay, so the kid is gonna be, well, I don't know if the kid's gonna be okay. If that's your older brother and that's what he was doing to torture you, that also explains the parents not jumping down this guy's throat like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Because they're probably used to it.
Man, you really gotta appreciate what lengths older brothers go through to torment the little
It's
brother.
true.
Balake's little brother, you might be watching, but I was there, dude. I know what pain you go through. I have an older brother too. I know what it's like to be Luigi. I mean, he never swallowed any of my pets. He would just steal my food. He also never
I
let
hate
me
that.
win in Super Smash Bros. Anytime I was about to win, he would turn off the Nintendo.
Really?
But I mean, I'm fine. Look how I turned out.
That was really cute. That was really, really cute. I think his animation style is so adorable. Like, it's simple but cute at the same time. They're so chunky and cute. I like the just chunkiness that they are. They're like these roundish figures that are so adorable. But that guy, I'm happy that it was his little brother and that's who he was picking on. But I get in that moment like thinking, dude, you're like, this guy is going intense with this haunted house. You might want to calm down. But I am happy it was his little brother. If it had been some random kid, I'd be like, you're crazy. Because you do have that person who, if you're in high school, if you know this person that loves to push the limits, that's what they love to do. Like, that's them. They're that guy or girl or person that just likes to, let me push the limits and make people feel uncomfortable. How uncomfortable can I make them feel? That's the mindset that person has. And you know that person. I bet you have like a name right now that you could put in the comment section right now that you know. Please, no first and last names. But that you know of somebody who just likes to push the limits of making people feel uncomfortable. So, whew, at least it was his younger brother. That's all I'll say. At least it was his younger brother. I've had haunted house experiences, quote unquote, because where I used to live, there were a couple of churches that would have like a house. It wasn't supposed to be a haunted house, but it was kind of like a things that can happen in your life that will bring you to Jesus type of moments. And some of them were really sad or really intense moments. Those are probably the most that I've had. Oh my goodness. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. At the fair, the state fair, a couple years ago, me and my friend went, but it was a haunted house, but it was like you were in a cart going around. You weren't walking through this. It was like a moving haunted house type of thing that was at the state fair. And we screamed a lot in that haunted house. Mind you, also at E3, it wasn't a haunted house, but the Evil Within game developers had like this little house that you just walk through and it plays the trailer of the game. I was in there with Poise, Corey, X-Kinchin, X-Hey Charlie X, my husband, Poise's wife, Tiki, and my brother. Am I missing anybody? It was a big group of us that were walking through. If I forgot about anybody, please forgive me. But we're walking through and Poise kept scaring everybody and we kept screaming. And the guy at the end was like, I know there's nothing scary in this house, so why is everybody screaming? And it was because of Poise. So that was also a scary house moment that I've had in my life. But let me know your haunted house experiences down below in the comment section. If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below for Odd Ones Out's okay, I can't say it right. His channel down below. If you like this video, hug the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you're notified of when I post. I love you guys as always, and until next time.